Lorcana Locals!
Marvelous! Fight!
Okay, we're starting off with Sean. Sean playing the first turn Daisy Duck. There's a reason why this Daisy Duck is so strong. Being a 1/4, questing for 2 lore on turn 1 is mega on its own. Whenever she quests, your opponent gets to check the top of their deck, and if it's a character, they can add it to their hand. If it's not a character, it goes to the bottom of the deck. Wow. It's a fantastic turn 1 card. It will make this meta. It's quite insane. I start off with an Arthur Sparrow. It's one of my favourite 1-drops out of the new set, and I totally want to still build something around it. Not sure yet, but I'll get there eventually, I'm sure. We have the second Daisy, and for Maleficent I get to check the top of my deck after the Questy LaRue, which I do. I end up getting a character from that reveal, which is absolutely fine, and I draw for my turn. Time for turn 2. You can see where the scary aggro is going to come into play already, with the fact that we have a lot of lore out on the board. That is 2, 4, 6 lore already on board. Arthur has Reckless, so he has to attack. That's 2 damage onto the Daisy. I believe I played out an Imperial Proclamation there, so now when I'm attacking, my next character costs 1 less to play. Do I have a trigger? I do, because now I have Cogsworth, and Cogsworth plays for free and effectively tackles into Daisy himself, then reduces the cost by 1 yet again, so I can play out a Hey Hey, and this is the Hey Hey where when it dies via a challenge, it gets bounced back into my hand. Now you get to see a little more of how my deck works. It's about challenging, bouncing my challenges back into my hand, and rinsing and repeating to effectively control the board. However, like I said in the first game, I have one major flaw. Kind of forgot to put anything in here that exerts my opponent. You know, it's kind of important. So I've learnt my lesson, and it's something I want to improve on when I work on my next deck involving this idea. Okay, so Sean's turn. He doesn't need to do a lot. He quests with all the people, so that's a big 6 lore gain, which is absolutely magnificent. Then we go back over to my turn, and on my turn now, I ink another Shift Archimedes. I'm starting to learn that this Shift Archimedes is just never going to be played. And I've got a Sparrow Arthur, and I have a Hey Hey. Hey Hey can get whacked back into my hand, and I have Imperial Proclamation out to make some attacks cheaper. So we're going to Arthur into Daisy. Imperial Proclamation is active on the board. I pay 1, there's Mim Snake, bounce back Arthur, so that Arthur removes the damage. I now have 2 ink in play, 2 characters out, and I can still swing with Hey Hey, which I do, dealing 2 damage to the Daisy. Hey Hey bounces back into my hand, Imperial Proclamation on the board, and I replay out the Arthur for completely free, and then pay 2, and look, there's Hey Hey again. Wow! Look at this combo that I have going on. It's kind of crazy, and this is why I want to work on this concept of the deck a little bit more, because this is some mad setup that I've worked out. I think the issue is if I just added in ways to exert my opponent, this would be absolutely killer. I just love this idea. I love the tech. It's just adding in certain cards that will help me go. Another quest from Sean, taking him up to 12. I get a Queen of Hearts into my hand through the effect of Daisy, so that's a win. But look at this. We now have Pinocchio and another Daisy out there. That's now questing for 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 lore on Sean's next turn. This is kind of mad. I need to do something kind of quick. Time to do some maths and time to make some stuff happen. First things first, Arthur swings into Maleficent. I take 1 damage, and Imperial Proclamation has 1 stack on the board. My next character costs 1 less. I'm going to end up paying 4 for Maui. Yes, I play Maui on turn 4. Maui into... Maui goes straight into the Daisy just to get rid of the Daisy. I have 1 on board with Imperial Proclamation, but I do not think I have any hits for Imperial Proc, so I'm just going to quest for 2, now finally being on the board. I'm only 10 away from matching Sean, but Sean's now going to be able to quest for 5, but that does not mean Sean will be able to win, which is good. We like that. Plays out a Pinocchio for another 3 lore, uses friends on the other side to draw 2 cards. Is Sean able to make some crazy plays? Sadly no, but he's not going to challenge. Oh no, he's not going to challenge, he's not going to quest, he's just going to let my guys do what they need to do. And like I said, if only I had a way to exert the board, then I would have had a way to get over these pesky boys. But that's the big flaw that I had when I built this deck, and I completely glossed over that, which was my bad in its entirety. We're going to pay 2 here for medallion weights, setting that up for some more card draw and some more attack increasing shenanigans in a little bit. I'm then going to pay 2, and we're going to play out a Rush Queen, so that we are ready to rush in when the time comes. And I'm going to quest for 2 with the Hey Hey and the Snake, take me up to 4. Now the trick is, Sean, that's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 exactly. I couldn't swing in, I couldn't get rid of anything, didn't get anything in my hand to remove anything directly, like a B King Undisputed for example. So GG, that's first game, not a problem. I had some amazing tech plays there which I love looking back on, but it is time to roll on to game 2. Okay, game number 2, I start off with a Cogsworth, Sean starts off with a Daisy Duck, the classic. And the Daisy turn 1, I can't get over how good this Daisy is. And you may think, there's no way Daisy can be this good. Oh, trust me, Daisy is this damn good. Being able to quest for 2, like sure, you may think, oh, but I give my opponent a card. It's not an issue. If Daisy is able to quest for 2 every single turn, and being a 1/4 stat block, you either need a big boy to get rid of her right off the bat, or you're not going to be able to get rid of her until at least turn 3, maybe turn 2 if you have the right play that you need to get rid of her exactly, but turn 3 more so. And even after that, being able to quest for again for another 2, it's a game changer, really is. Sean on his side plays out Pinocchio, so that's now 5 lore out on the board, ready to rock. I ink the Queen of Hearts and play out the Shere Khan in hopes that I can attack into something and gain that juicy 1 lore. But you're going to see Sean has the ultimate play, which is not playing at all. You're going to see what I mean. Just look at what Sean does. That's another Pinocchio, that's another Daisy. That is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on board that he can just quest with straight away, which is scary. And so I need a form of removal. And like I've been saying, I do not have anything in this deck that can just exert opposing characters. And this is now a giant red flag, because that's 10. A couple more aggro characters, and Sean could just win the game by questing in a single turn. And big problem. big problem. I ink a Cogsworth, play out a Queen, shift into the big Queen of Hearts, so now whenever I attack I can get 1 lore for Shere Khan and 1 card from the Queen of Hearts. I go up to 3 lore, which is absolutely fine. 3 isn't something to be shy at, it's only turn 3, it's not a problem. Well, technically it's turn 4 at this point in time. And then with Sean, he's got cards in his hand, he's got a fantastic board that can go straight up to 10 lore. What the heck is he thinking next, I wonder? I'm just there changing the dice around to 0 because I'm like, don't want people thinking you're starting on 12. So just a joke, it's fine. Pays 4, goes for the goat, gets for 1 lore, is officially on the board, and doesn't do anything else. This is where I start clocking on to Sean's strategy. The terror sinks in. How the hell am I going to be dealing with this board? And even if I deal with the goat, that's another 1 lore if it does leave the field. Big red flag alert. Big red flag alert. So with what I have on board right now, I can quest for 3, go up to 6. That's not going to help a lot. That'll help me now, but yeah. This ain't good. It's just not good. But I have to do it. So I quest for 3. I go to 6. Do I have anything in my hand at this point? Because I've only got 3 ink. Do I ink anything? I wonder. I ink the super goof because there was nothing to charge into. Sad face. I end up paying 2. And that is for a Mim Snake bouncing things back yet again. And doing some crazy bounce tech. A Mim Snake and a Mim Fox to be more precise. So now we're basically bouncing the Shere Khan and the Queen back into my hand. Now I have all the Mims, all the time, all the days. Because there's just nothing else I can do. I'm just having a play about. Sean, quest for 3, goes up to 4. Then lays down. Ooh, what's he going to play here? What's he covering? That is... a Sven. And that Sven readies a chosen character and it cannot challenge or quest for the remainder of this turn. So he gets 3 lore, readies Pinocchio, and I still can't swing into anything. And now there's a bit of math work going on. That's 4 that he has. He can quest for 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's mad. So that's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 that he can get next turn. Not including any other cheeky plays that he can maybe do. I play out the Queen's Castle. It's the only thing I can do here. Quest for 3. Maybe I can draw enough cards to maybe get my removal options. Because here's the thing. I do have removal in this deck. I have Brawl. I have Be Prepared. I have ways to deal with a big board. I just don't have it in my hand. And that's a big red flag right now. Big problematic. The goat will go into the snake. Sean goes up to 5 lore as a result. And here comes the big questing. Here we go. Huge questing venture. Going all the way up to 17. Youch. Big youch. And then he spends the lore. Goes into blue. Bigger youch. Inks a card, goes into another Pinocchio, and Sean can just sit there with his gorgeous look at those thumbs. They are etched by gods, I'm sure they are. But I ready all my people. I get an additional card draw as a result of Queen's Castle. Baloo is there, guarding the board, and when Baloo is banished, Sean is guaranteed to get 2 lore and go to 19. He'll go to 19, and then I still need to wipe the board somehow, including getting rid of that Pinocchio he's just played out. This is terrifying. That's a lot of things to try and get rid of. I ink an Archimedes. I don't have Be Prepared, but there's Shere Khan. Maybe, just maybe I can pull off something stupid. I don't think I'll be able to. I'm gonna tell you, I don't think I'll be able to, but maybe, just maybe, the opportunity will arise. I'm crossing my fingers, crossing my toes, biting my thumbs. Well, not literally biting my thumbs, but that's what was going through my head at this time. Because I'm doing calculations. Can I do it? Or am I just going to do some crazy plays? Disregard the plaster on my finger, people. I had a bit of a cutting moment and it was not very nice. So I covered it up for you guys and made it nicer. So, we snake into Baloo. Baloo is gone. Sean goes to 19. I need to get rid of everything. That means both daisies, all 3 Pinocchios and the Sven. They all need to go. Can I do it? I don't know. But one thing I can do is attack with Madam Mim Fox into a daisy, take for 1, get that lore, thanks to Shere Khan. Then, I'm doing things, paying 2, there's a queen, it's rush, into Pinocchio, I gain a lore, on to the next one. What can I possibly do? I've got 4 more characters I need to deal with, there's no way. There is absolutely no way. I've only got 1 card in hand, and it's Hey Hey, and it's Sean's win. That's it. So you can see, my deck has tech. It's just, you can tell where the fundamental flaw is. I've seen where the fundamental flaw is. I totally want to go back to this deck and work on it in the future, because I know what the glaring issue is. But it has some really cool features in there that I think could work really, really well. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Quick and easy games here with Sean. Shout out to Sean, shout out to Geek Retreat, shout out to Magic Madhouse, and shout out to everybody out there for supporting the channel in whatever way that you do. Head on over to the description below while you're down there. You can check out the Discord server and you can chill out with me, as well as all the other explosive people. You can talk about your decks, we can talk about my decks, we can play some games together, all that fun jazz. While you're down there also, you can join me over on TikTok, where I make a bunch of other Lorcana videos. You could be missing out on some really cool Lorcana content that I also make for vertical format if you are so interested, so do check me out over there. And last but no means least, do not forget while you're down there to consider commenting, subscribing, liking, maybe having a little jig. Let me know if you do a little jig in the comments, and I want to know, what jig did you do? Was it a salsa, was it a bop, or did you just do the monkey? I just want to know. Monkey! Needless to say, thank you all for joining in, having a laugh, and all that good time. I'll be seeing you next time for another edition of Lorcana Local Matches. Until then, stay safe, stay awesome, and I'll be seeing you next time.